All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I had to double check because the days are just kind of meshing together lately. Yeah. I hope you guys are all had a great weekend, a good Monday, all of that. Today, I am Jen from the Witch City Tarot Gathering Planning Coven, and today we have Jeremy Bechelli on, and I see he joined here. There we go. Good. Requesting. All right. Let you get on here. Sometimes it takes a minute. Let's keep it. There we go.
Hey.
Oh, you did it!
Yeah.
Yay!
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Very good. Very good. It's cool and rainy and kind of misty out, and I love it.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were supposed to get rain, and it was just windy. It was blustery, and it felt like September. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, I love the September, October weather, so I'll take that any day over the heat and the sun.
Well, and September is my birthday month, so that it reminds me of that. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. So we are so excited to have you for Witch City. It's going to be so awesome. And you just seem like this vast pool of knowledge. So I'm so excited to hear what you have to say. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you for having me. First of all, it's an honor to be here. I wasn't sure, if you would be interested in what I had to say. So when I got the acceptance, I was thrilled. So my name is Jeremy. I am the owner of Phytonosis, and I basically specialize in plant-based materials for ritual use. I'm also a tarot reader. I've been practicing tarot for, gosh, almost 30 years now, which makes me feel really old.
I know, I hate saying that because same, and I'm just like, a really long time.
That's
That's
what we'll just say. We've been doing this for a really long time.
Yeah, many moons.
Being a tarot reader, being involved in herbalism and witchcraft and magic, I was looking for ways with which we could use plants to aid in divination, right? I mean, this has been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. There's lots and lots of folklore examining the use of botanicals to aid the diviner. And so I'm going to talk about that in my talk. We'll talk about some traditional plants that are used. We'll look at the folklore and the historical uses of some of these plants. Mm-hmm. But then I really hope to kind of take it a little bit farther and not just give a list of plants and say, hey, these are the things you can use, but to really examine maybe why these plants are used. Everybody knows mugwort is great, for psychic abilities, developing things like that. But what is it about mugwort that is really great at doing that, right? So I'm hoping to kind of take the next step. Of course, I'll provide a list of great plants to use, common ones, maybe some not so common ones. We'll talk about why they're used from both a scientific perspective, but also from a spiritual perspective. So I'm a scientist by day, so I kind of look at things through two lenses, both the science lens and the spiritual lens. And then we will, we'll just look at those and talk about them. I'll give you some lists, maybe some ideas how to use them to enhance your tarot, to enhance whatever it is that you do in the divination realm.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, and and it's one of those things too. Sometimes it's so hard to mix the scientific with the spiritual. So when somebody can do that and works to do that, I think it's just so awesome because it kind of gives you a deeper meaning. And then you're really, like you said, it isn't just oh, here's mugwort, you use it for this, and to go into the why and I feel too that some people don't even think about that part of it. And then you might be opening up a whole new portal for them to start looking into this stuff. So that's what, something that I was really, liked about when when you submitted for the presentation too, because I'm like, oh yeah, this is, this is something that people should know, and you are using these things. Some people are consuming these things, and it's really important to know exactly, like, chemically what goes on, I feel like.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the things I'm going to talk about in my talk are all going to be, safe, kind of non-toxic plans. I know
Sure.
that there's this huge thing going on right now in the community about using, poisonous plants, and that's really great for those who are doing that, and for
Right.
those who, know how to do that. I'm going to keep it relatively safe for everybody, and we'll talk about,
That's a very good idea.
yeah, we'll talk about some of the, the more easily accessible, both spiritually, kind of physically, as well as, things that you can acquire yourself. I'm also kind of hoping to, to kind of branch out and talk about some of the local plants,
Yeah.
at least, local to kind of Salem, New England area.
Hmm.
So somebody can just go outside and grab what they need, if they don't have
Yes.
it. There's no need to necessarily have some, totally esoteric and obscure herb from, wherever in
Right.
order to do this. There are lots of things around us today that we can use. So I'm going to talk about some of that the local fauna as well,
Oh, I love that.
Laura.
Because I'm definitely the one that, like, the lazy witch that, like, what's in my spice cabinet I could use? All right, it's a white candle. It works for everything. So it's always good to know that. And I think too, we have a lot of people who are just starting
Yeah.
too, who are just really curious. So I think that's a great starting point for them. And, and it's also something that, because of the internet and because of TikTok, a lot of these new people that are coming into this think they have to go spend tons of money getting this herb, and, like you said, like, this rare herb and whatever. You don't know where it's coming from, you don't know where it's sourced from, or even if it's the real
Right.
thing. And so, that's the big part too. So I love that idea of just being able to kind of go outside and use what you have, what the earth is giving you right outside your door. And it makes it easier and more likely that you're going to do it, right?
Yeah, and I think what's so important, at least in my form of spirituality, is connecting with the land that you are on,
Right.
right? And so, Dittany of Crete is great to have, right? I mean, it's one of the best things for divination, and it's exotic, and it makes you feel as though you're doing something really esoteric and
Right. Right.
witty. But Dittany of Crete has nothing to do with the land that I'm on today, right? So going out and forming that relationship with the spirits of your land are really allies in aiding your divination, or
Right.
can be if you're using them that way. So I think it kind of adds like this extra link
Sure.
of kind of power to your magic and your mysticism.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, for me, so I live in Lake George, so upstate New York, and I live on a mountain. So I have, lots of things all around me. And it's always very interesting to me that every year when I go out, there's always one plant more than the other. Like, last year, violets everywhere. This year, no violets, and I'm like, fine, I guess I'm not working with you. But then we have a house in Massachusetts, and it's full of mugwort this year. So it's kind of funny you mentioned. I mean, and it's like, it wasn't. I'm like, okay, guess mugwort's on board here. So I love that part of it too, because I feel like every year, like, just the land around you is like, here, this is what you're working with right now. And, that it's all local and around you. So people could go outside. They're going to go outside in their yard and be like, oh, look at that. There's all dandelions this year. I'm going to use this, And so it really, I think, helps people start to recognize what's around them too.
I 100% agree with you. And, you can look at this as like, maybe this is, the spirits of the land telling you this is what you need right now. You
Right.
apparently need mugwort, and you don't need the violets, right? Both of which are
Exactly.
great for divination and would be great for this, but
Yeah.
but
No,
apparently
it's just so
mugwort's
funny.
calling to you.
Yeah, like, it's all over the place. I'm just like, wow, okay then. I guess this is what's going on. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I love that. So why don't you tell everyone where they could find you on the internet and all that good stuff if they
Yeah.
want to learn more?
Yeah, sure. So my actual website is phytonosis.org. And I sell all of my products on Etsy. So you can either find me directly through Etsy, or you can go to my website and then it'll kind of link you to Etsy.
Okay.
And so, I'll also be vending at the night market, the Witch Night Market.
Woo!
So
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of try to keep it like on theme. And so most of what I bring will be kind of divination kind of focused.
Oh,
But if anybody wants something like to pick it up rather than pay for the shipping, just send me an email. I'll be happy to bring that order with me. And then you can save a little bit on that. I'll also have some really rare and interesting tarot decks that I will be bringing to the night
ooh.
market.
All
Some from my
right.
personal collection that I'll be getting rid of, and then some others that are yet to be determined. But so yeah, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's spring a lot because it is just
Okay.
it's so many people going through. It's unbelievable, and everybody's just like so excited. The like vibe of it's amazing. So I always very much look forward to that. But well, thank you for hopping on with me today. I really appreciate it. I look forward to meeting you in person very, very soon.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, and everybody, if you haven't got your tickets, this is your low ticket warning because we are running out. And if you haven't bought your tickets, also make sure to figure out where you're going to stay because Salem is not ginormous like everybody seems to think it is.
Yeah.
And the Hawthorne is booked. Salem Waterfront, I'm not sure. Hotel Salem might be, but I would definitely look into that immediately if that's something you're going to do. Danvers isn't far away, so that's also another option. And if you guys have any questions, you can always message us and we'll try to help you out the best we can. All right, Jeremy. Well, thank you. You have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.
All right, you too. Take care. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.